Growing up, sports was something that was constantly in my life, whether it was my parents putting me into these sports as a kid or me just finding these sports alone through high school. And in high school, I was able to find a sport called track and field, which I instantly fell in love with. And in track and field, there was this one event in particular called triple jump, which I loved the most. So, because of my love for that event and the sport, and because of my competitive nature, I took it upon myself to try and qualify for CIF. So qualifying for CIF for triple jump is not an easy task, as it hadn't been done in our school for at least 15 to 20 years prior, and triple jump alone was one of the toughest events in track and field. So I knew this task was not going to be easy. So prior to my senior season, I was facing off numerous injuries, such as a broken forearm, multiple hamstring injuries, and two ankle-related injuries, a sprained ankle and a strained ankle on each. So this was affecting my performance heavily. So entering my senior season, we were told that we would have no coach, which meant I had to train myself. And not only that, but I was named track captain, which meant I not only had to train myself, but I had to train my peers. So this was going to be a tough season for me to qualify for CIF. So heading into my senior season, my personal best at the time was 39 feet 7 inches. So in order to improve this, I had to work extra hard, as I had all eyes on me across the league, since I was considered one of the top, if not the top jumper in our league. So in order to perform and to succeed these expectations, I had to put in the extra hours in order to better myself. And because of that, after my first meet, I ended up reaching a new personal best of 40 feet 3 inches, which improved my previous personal best by 8 inches. And improving by 1 inch alone is a lot, so me improving by 8 inches meant a lot to me. And even then, that jump alone did not feel good enough for me, so I knew I was reaching some new heights that I thought I wouldn't reach in a long time. So after every single meet, I was constantly getting first place and also improving my personal best. So I knew I was heading in the right direction. So our second to last meet was against this school, SURE. And SURE is known to be an extremely tough school, as they have the most students, some of the best coaches in our league, and some of the most talented athletes in our league. So I knew this was not going to be easy. So I used this to fuel me, and because of that, I gave that meet my all, and I ended up not only coming out victorious, hitting first place, but I also was able to get a brand new personal best of 42 feet, which was humongous to me. So I knew I was ready for league finals. So league finals was 2 weeks after our meet with SURE, so that meant we had a 2-week break and practice period. So I knew I had to not only practice more, but to also rest my body too. But a week prior to league finals, I ended up injuring myself very badly, as one of my practice jumps, I slipped and I landed on my neck, which caused a huge strain down my neck, down my spine, which did not allow me to move my head left and right, and let alone, it didn't even let me walk or even jump. So I got pretty mad at myself, because this meant that I wasn't going to be able to compete at league finals. So league finals is where we give it our all, where this meet shows if we qualify for CIF or not. So this got me really mad inside. So I did not practice that rest of the week because of my injury, and CIF came along, and I wasn't supposed to compete, but I took it upon myself because I am very competitive, and I will not let injuries get in the way of this, especially since this could possibly be my last meet as a senior. So I took pain medication, I took pain relief, and I had this special lotion that allowed the pain to, I guess, step aside for a little bit. And I told myself, I'm going to compete. So in order to qualify for CIF, I need to reach one of two qualifications. I need to either get first place in that league finals, or I need to jump a mark of 41 feet and 6 inches. So this seemed like a piece of cake to me, as I was not only getting first place every single meet, but my new personal best was 42 feet. So I had checked off both of those qualifications. So I knew this was going to be easy, but because of my neck injury, this was going to be extremely hard for me. So my first jump, I it was very hard for me to even run. So I barely hit a mark of 39 feet, which was nowhere near good. So I knew I had to suck it up, and I guess I found something within me. I guess it was my pride or my competitiveness or just something, and it allowed me to just explode on my next jump. And I ended up hitting a mark of 41 feet and 9 inches, which put me 3 inches over the qualifying mark, which meant I qualified for CIF. But even though I qualified, another athlete was able to jump higher than me, and he got first place. So we both ended up qualifying, and even though I still qualified, I was a little bummed out that I didn't get first place, but I was just happy enough knowing that I qualified. And also, the pain was stepping aside, so I was able to celebrate this even more. So, because of the pain stepping aside, we were down. We needed one more person to step up in another event, long jump. And I took it upon myself to compete in that event that same day. So after qualifying for CIF, I stepped on the long jump pit, and my very first and last jump, I ran down the runway, and on that whiteboard, I ended up slipping due to it being wet or them not cleaning it right, which caused me to break my ankle, and that broken ankle ended up making me jump, which made me land on my neck, which made me re-aggravate all that pain, and it basically made me for sure not qualify at CIF. So that really bummed me out. But on the positive side, however, I had a family member there in the stands who was able to record it all. So we ended up getting that video. I uploaded it, and it ended up peaking at over 5 million views. So although I wasn't able to compete for CIF because of my broken ankle, I at least got a viral video where I still get people to this day asking me if, oh, that was me doing that jump. So that felt at least good to me. And even though CIF was the week after that, I still went to show my support and to see all these other talented athletes. And I still went to receive this patch, which I can say I got, as not many other athletes received it. So yeah, I mean, track and field was a really big moment in my life, and my senior season really meant a lot to me, as this was my last time competing with my friends, my staff, my school. So yeah, qualifying for CIF and breaking my ankle in the same day will forever be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, track memory.